For a decade, the death of ASAP Yams has remained a mystery. In the world of hip-hop, it's always been one of the industry's darkest conspiracy theories. People have always speculated that it was Rocky's entry fee to the 1%. No matter what you believe, we have to acknowledge that the pattern is almost too consistent to ignore. A star on the verge of global superstardom loses the one person who helped them build it. For years, those speculations were never truly proven, until now. Ian Connor, the man who was once close to the ASAP mob, just broke the industry's unspoken code of silence. After years of running with Rocky, he's now exposing him, publicly accusing ASAP Rocky of offering up Yams as a ticket to the next level. Today, we're looking into Rocky's success since that night and investigating the evidence that suggests Ian Connor might actually be telling the truth.
ASAP Yams is the short nigga with the birthmark on his face. That's in all my videos. He made ASAP with me. He helped me with everything from the start. He's my partner.
Without an album, or every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me.
This is your boy DJ Dunks, and I'm deeply saddened to announce the death of one of the founders of ASAP Mob. Now, his name is ASAP Lamborghini, aka ASAP Yams.
I put out an album, or every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me.
While at first, Rocky's dark aesthetic looked just like a look or a persona to stand out from the crowd, it eventually became evident that Rocky wasn't just playing a character. He was signaling his involvement in the dark side of the industry. His music videos didn't just have high production value, they told a clear story. From the overt occult imagery to the specific symbolism in his visuals, Rocky wasn't just doing this for shock value. He was performing rituals in front of millions. We have all heard the rumors of the industry sacrifices required to reach the 1%. But while most people dismissed it all as fan fiction, someone who was actually in the room is finally talking. Ian Connor, the fashion mogul and former ASAP Mob affiliate, has broken his silence about what he knows regarding ASAP Yams' death. And what he just dropped on social media has the entire industry looking at Rocky, wondering how could he do that to his brother. According to Ian Connor, Yams' passing wasn't just a tragic accident. He's suggesting something much more sinister took place. Ian posted this on social media. "However it come, I'm at peace. Rocky killed Yams. I don't even care no more. It is what it is. I stopped speaking on certain stuff once I realized this stuff ain't a physical ego war, but more so a spiritual battle. Certain people are just no good." These words are truly eerie. He isn't just claiming Rocky was somehow behind Yams' death. He's suggesting this was a spiritual transaction. And the timing of all of this is not a coincidence. Just days ago, Rocky sat down with Joe Budden and was questioned about his ties to Michelle Lamy, the Dark Queen of Fashion, and his involvement in industry rituals. I covered that interview in this video. Check it out after this one if you haven't seen it. During the interview, Rocky tried to play it off, claiming he can't justify her dark aesthetic, but denying he takes part in any of the rituals.
I can't justify the dark shit, weird shit she do. I think she think they misunderstanding it. Like, do she worship the devil? I wouldn't know because she don't do none of that shit around me. I love the fact that I'm comfortable in those rooms. Like, you know, it ain't no spells being casted when I'm around. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no rituals.
But the thing is, how can you deny your involvement when your music videos are literally visual blueprints of those same rituals? It seems like Ian Connor saw that interview, saw the denial, and decided it was time to break the code of silence. Now, it's important to note that Ian Connor and Rocky were once close friends and collaborators. He was essentially Rocky's handpicked protege. Back in 2016, Rocky was Ian's biggest offender. When the world was turning against Ian due to serious legal allegations, Rocky stood 10 toes down for him. He famously called Ian his little brother and a young visionary, telling the world that he didn't care what the media had to say. They were inseparable. Ian was the face of ASAP Mob's cozy era and the key player in the All Creative collective. Rocky even shouted him out in his music. But as close as they seemed, that brotherhood eventually fell apart back in 2023 after Rocky dissed him during a Rolling Loud performance. While performing the song Telephone Calls, Rocky changed the lyrics to call both Ian Connor and ASAP Bari the B word. Though Rocky tried to later play it off in the DMs, claiming he just forgot the lyrics, the damage was already done. Ian didn't buy it. He told Rocky to keep his name out of his mouth and off his songs, and that moment marked the death of their close friendship. Now he's telling the world that from what he saw behind the scenes, Rocky didn't just stumble into an ultra-successful industry career. He paid for it with his friend's life. Now, before you say Rocky would never do that to someone as close as Yams, look at the allegations he was just facing. Just a year ago, Rocky was in a Los Angeles courtroom fighting for his life after A AP Relli, another one of his day one childhood friends, accused him of trying to eliminate him. Relli claimed that after an argument, Rocky didn't just walk away. He pulled out a gun and opened fire on him right in the middle of the street. Even though there was surveillance footage that clearly showed Rocky and a direct witness who ID'd him, Rocky managed to walk away with a not guilty verdict. But regardless of the verdict, Relli is adamant that Rocky shot him, and if that's true, if Rocky is really willing to pull a trigger on a brother over a disagreement, then the idea for a spiritual sacrifice for elite level success suddenly doesn't seem so far-fetched. Now, if you're interested in uncensored deep dives into what's happening in our world, I just dropped a new exclusive video over on Patreon. We're going even deeper into the recent ICE situation, uncovering the stuff that's too heavy for a YouTube upload. If you're one of my members, make sure to check it out after this one. If you want to support the channel and get access to over 50 exclusive videos, the link is in the description. But back to Rocky, because the evidence isn't just in this post, it's in the art itself. Back in 2011, right as he was blowing up, Rocky released a Wassup music video. While casual fans saw a cool aesthetic, others saw something much darker. Rocky was on screen seemingly performing a ritual, signaling his entrance into the world most don't understand. This video came out around the same time A$AP Rocky's father died. The What's Up music video came out in 2012. Rocky said his father died in 2012 as well. Think about that. He drops a video where he's seen doing a dark ritual, and then his father dies right as his music career starts to take off. And the pattern that follows after this is truly alarming. In a much more telling interview from a few years back, Rocky admitted to a cycle that has followed him since the very beginning of his career. He openly stated that every time he is about to drop a major project, he loses someone he loves.
I put out an album, or every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me. It was my pops, it was Yams, my sister, like, I always lose somebody close to me, you know, feel like, you know, some crazy, like, jinxes, without being superstitious or just paranoid. Like, take a toll, I guess.
Before his debut album, he lost his father. Before his career-defining album, At Long Live A$AP, he lost A$AP Yams. And Rocky didn't just dedicate the album to him, he merged Yams' face with his own on the cover, a literal binding of their identities. Before the testing era, he lost his sister. This happened less than a year before he went official with Rihanna, his billionaire partner and the mother of his children. While Rocky describes this as a curse or a tragic phenomenon, Ian Connor is pointing out what happened to Yams as a sacrifice. He is suggesting that Rocky knows exactly why these things happen, and that rise to the 1% requires a price that most aren't willing to pay. What's that price, you may ask? The life of his brother who started it all. To the casual fans, Yams was just a part of Rocky's entourage. In reality, Yams was the architect. He was the brains behind the A$AP mob and the sole reason Rocky had a platform to begin with. Yams was deeply connected in the streets of New York City. He spent years as an intern for New York legends like Jim Jones, learning the industry from the inside out. Because of this, he ended up creating a legendary blog called Real N-Word Tumblr, where he blogged about emerging hip-hop. He was becoming known for his unique style that was a blend of high fashion, southern chopped-in screw sounds, and Harlem swag, all that was clearly visible in A$AP Rocky's music career. He didn't just find Rocky, he engineered his entire style. Yams was the one who handpicked the beats for Live Love A$AP, Rocky's debut project that made him a star in the first place. He was the one who strategized the organic leak of Rocky's music to influential blogs. His blueprint was so effective that it triggered a massive bidding war for Rocky, eventually leading to a historic $3 million record deal with Polo Ground Records.
I think Yams was like our Puff. Yams wasn't physically making beats and things like that. Like, he was executive producing and A&Ring, and he would reach out to different producers and bring people together because he was heavy into the internet.
Yams was the heart of the A$AP mob. He was the executive producer who ensured the A$AP brand wasn't just a rap group, but a global movement. But just as he was watching A$AP take off, he was suddenly removed from the picture. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Rocky was just about to release his second studio album, At Long Last A$AP, a project Yams had co-executive produced. When the album finally dropped, the cover art said it all. It was a strange attempt at a tribute. Rocky's face was fused with Yams' iconic birthmark, resulting in a dark, strange visual, almost making it seem like Rocky had consumed Yams and he was now a part of him. To the public, it was a beautiful sign of respect. But to those who can see deeper, it looked like a permanent signature on a finished contract. The man who gave Rocky everything was gone, and Rocky was left to reap the rewards of the empire Yams helped build. At the end of the day, we're left with two very different versions of the same story. On one side, you have the official narrative, a tragic loss of an emerging hip-hop figure, followed by a curse of coincidences that just happens to strike every time a new album is ready to drop. A story of a man who reached the pinnacle of fashion and music, only to be haunted by the ghost of those lost while reaching that success. On the other side, you have the word of an insider, someone who was there to experience the dark side and see the rituals for himself. Ian Connor is claiming that none of this was an accident. He's telling us that what we've all been noticing is actually real. That dark energy Rocky has been projecting for over a decade isn't just an aesthetic, it's the reality.
Illuminati? That don't bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me that.
The pattern is clearly there. The interviews speak for themselves. And now, Ian Connor is connecting all the dots. But as always, I'm just laying out the pieces. It's up to you to come with the conclusion with this information. Was ASAP Yams the price for Rocky's immense success? I want to know what you guys think below. Now, if you want more videos revealing the hidden truth of the industry, make sure to subscribe and like the video so others can see it too. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.